All right, I'm just going to give it a couple more minutes. We got one more minute before people should be here. We got one more minute before people. I'm going to try to do two things at once tonight. I'm going to try to watch the comments and create something with you. So, we got about 45 more seconds. I can see that people are getting on. Can everybody hear me okay? Give me a thumbs up if you can. All right, it's 6:30 on the dot. Okay, so first of all, this is my May hostess code. So if you place an online order that's less than $150, please use this hostess code right here. If you can't remember it, just send me a quick text and I will send it to you. Everybody that places an online order in the month of May on June 1st, their names will go into a basket and I'll draw somebody for a winner for this stamp set. If you already have this stamp set, I have a few others in my stash. I'll be more than happy to swap it out. So, first of all, everybody that comments or shares tonight, I will send them, put their names in a basket and send you something in the mail. I'm not too sure exactly what it is, but it'll be something fun or something that you can use. So, tonight's a total mystery. I have nothing in my head. I don't have a sample. We're going to do this together. So, I asked you to get a card base, a piece of matching cardstock on your paper, and then some scraps. And of course, I always stick everything in an envelope. So as you can see, I'm using a piece of the poppy. Doesn't look like I scored my card, so let me do that first. I'm going to bring in my cutting tool. So I'll be anxious for people to post after if you decide to follow along and make something with me. Remember, doesn't matter what cutting system you have, the off color is usually a score blade, if your cutting system has something. Another little trick I always do is I try to get it up fresh in the corner here. And sometimes that prevents that little, I'm sure you've all had it, where you have a little overhang for some reason. Doesn't always work, but sometimes it helps. So what are we going to do with these pieces? I asked you to get a word set. I hate making sympathy cards, but it seems like we never have enough. Some kind of a punch, and I typically go with black ink. So you may have different supplies, and I'm really excited to see what people end up with. So I've been playing with a lot of retired stuff the past few days. I'm sure like you, I have a ton as well. So what I want to do is I'm going to make this fit on this piece of cardstock here. So I know that this is 4 by, I believe I told you 4 by 5 1/4. This is 4 by 6. So let's take a 1/2 inch off. Long ways, as you can see. Portrait. Now you know me. Hang on to this piece because we'll use it again for something. I'm not sure what yet. And then I'm going to turn this and cut it so that it's 5 1/4. I'll flip this around so you can see that. I can hear a little feedback. I'm not sure if you guys can. Let's see if it's over here. All right. So then I have this little piece, and now this should fit. if you're following along with me, oops, I think I'm going to take a little bit more because I want a nice wide border. So, looks like another 1/2 inch. I like that sometimes when you create a nice border. So this is how I create things. I start out with something that I think, and then I just keep playing and playing till I'm happy with them. So I want to have a mat for my greeting. So some of you know this trick and some of you don't. I'm going to punch out 2 of these, making sure I stay away from the edges because that designer series paper is going to cover it. So I have something like that, and then when I put this on, you won't know that I punched that out. So I'm all set with my cutting board. I'm going to wait a couple of seconds to give those of you that want to do it with me along. So as you can see, I have about 1/4 of an inch of a border. So this piece here actually measures 3.5 by 4 3/4. 3.5 by 4 3/4. Oh, did you lose my voice? Some people said they lost my voice. All right. Those of you that are doing this with me, if somebody could just say, okay, that you're ready to move on, I'll know that I can move on. Are people not hearing me? Hello? I don't know if people can hear me. I can't tell. At the beginning, it was fine. Okay, so let's see. Let me see. Anything I changed? Can you hear me now? I don't know if people can hear me. I can't tell. Is that better? At the beginning, it was fine. Okay, so let's see. Okay. All right. Can you hear me now? Okay, so now I'm going to take my snail, or tape runner as some of you call it. And I'm going to center that. Okay, so now I'm going to take my snail, or tape runner as some of you call it. And I'm going to center that. And then that little piece that we cut off, I'm going to put that right here to break up. This is really Stampin' 101 for those of you that like a challenge. This may not be geared to you. I'm going to put that right here to break up. This is really Stampin' 101 for those of you that like a challenge. This may not be geared to you. So here I put that extra piece that we cut off. Now I'm going to take some Stampin' Dimensionals and raise this up. So here I put that extra piece that we cut off. Now I'm going to take some Stampin' Dimensionals and raise this up. I'm going to put a lot of Stampin' Dimensionals for you, Sue. I can see that you're watching. I miss you guys so much. I can't wait till we can have classes in person, but I have a feeling it might be a while. A lot of Stampin' Dimensionals for you, Sue. I can see that you're watching. So I took that off all of those backings, and now I'm going to center that right here. All right, now I'm going to stamp my saying. This is red, so I'm fine. Right here. I don't have to worry about getting it straight because I'm going to punch it out. This is red, so I'm fine. All right, so now I'm going to take my words and punch them out. And then, like I said, I wanted to create a mat. All right, so now I'm going to take my words. So there's a couple of ways that I like to do this. I take one of these and I cut it long ways and one skinny. So some of you know the story about my husband. When he used to cut paper long and thin, he called that hot dog. And when he used to cut the cards like we're using tonight, he would call that a hamburger. So we have a hamburger cut here and a hot dog cut here. So I'm just trying to put this on the back to make it look like it's matted, and then put the same amount over here, which can be a little tricky at times. So I'm just trying to put this on the back to make it look like then I'm going to put some adhesive. Same amount over here, which can be a little tricky at times. Then I'm going to put some adhesive. Put some more pop-ups. Are any of you actually making it while we, oops, that one's a little, fix this one a little bit more. Got it out a little too far. Are any of you actually making it while we, oops, that one's a little, got it out a little too far. And I don't like to put things straight because sometimes it's impossible to get it straight. So if you intentionally put it crooked, it looks okay. Now this card is perfectly fine to send it as is. I would probably take this little extra piece. I like to put things straight. Sometimes it's impossible to get it straight. So if you intentionally put it crooked, it looks okay. Now this card is perfectly fine to send it as is. I would probably take this little extra piece and just decorate the inside. Just like that. So there you have it. Simple, clean and simple. It's a great card to mass produce. So I'm going to be doing this on Tuesday nights because it looks like quite a few people are able to watch it at this time. Until we're able to have live classes again. Next week I'm going to do something with scraps. I don't know about you, but I have a ton of scraps that I like to turn into other projects. So we're able to have live classes again. Next week I'm going to do something with scraps. I don't know about you, but I have a ton of scraps. So thank you for watching. If you're available tomorrow, I will be on at 10 in the morning making cards with vellum. I had a customer request that, so I will be making 2 cards using vellum in different ways. Thank you so much and have a great evening.